Okay, so the judging booth is off limits for the public. We know that. The public knows that. It's in the whole description. You're not allowed to go up there if you're not a judge, simply because that you don't need people in the way, especially if you're filming and whatnot as a judge. You do not need people in the way ruining your replays and stuff to be able to really see who won and who didn't. So what I'm saying is you can go to benches, and you can go over to these bleachers over here, and you can actually put in some bleachers, which is kind of a cool thing. Alright, now we're going to lay... So this right here is just going to eat up 6 props in itself, but it's kind of it's a thing that you're adding for the community. Bam. Alright, so we got a bleacher section in. That's kind of a cool little addition. We actually haven't added that into anything, so... In the real world, you know, they wouldn't just allow people to be in the bleachers right here without any type of barrier. Let's kind of... Let's build that barrier. With a little guy, I know it's going to take a couple extra props to do this, but hey, why not? There we go. Make that nice little corner there. And now we got a nice little section for the people. They can walk in right there. They can have their cars parked out here. Very nice. Very nice. This is a very nice. And even on the bottom, you can oversee it. So, we're looking good. Here's the thing, is you don't want to put trees in the middle, but the middle's looking really bare. So what are we going to do? Well, I know that I have a couple props to spare. So I'm going to be coming into here to the foliage. And I am going to put a couple trees in, but it's just going to be the very, very top of the tree is all that's going to be coming in. It's going to be very much like just some foliage, like some bushes. I actually want to move that over there, too. Again, art, guys, art. Where you want to put it is up to you. And just like that, now it doesn't look so bland. Now, this is the bland part. But we're going to kind of change that, I think. We're going to actually put in another thing here. Instead of wasting a bunch of props over here, let's just spend 1 prop on this and do this. Alright, so see how it's like grayed out? That's because it doesn't want me to place it there. It says there's too much stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom up on this thing to like a corner of it, and sometimes it'll kind of glitch it out and allow me to place it. You're looking for it to get solid. It's really only overlapping the one thing too, so it's kind of weird. Alright, so this one just doesn't want to let me put it here. So what we're going to do is I have to do 2 smaller ones that'll actually render in like that, solid. Okay, so roll it, and world heading, straighten it out into the... Alright, so now we kind of get rid of that, boxes us in a little bit more. Feeling pretty good about this, feeling pretty good about this one. So we're going to put another couple trees in here, we just got to do it. The olive tree over the oak tree is much more bushy, it's much thicker, so that's probably the one you're going to want to use a little bit more than the other one. Now, what's the need for this black sheep? Why are you wasting props out here? Well, again, we're seeing that we have 25 props left, and it's kind of just feeling a little bit bland for my likings. And if I like to put my name on it, release it on my channel, it's gotta be at least to a general standard that I feel comfortable with. I got these little mini bushes that you can kind of come in and just plop a couple here and there. That one's probably a waste right there. That one's probably a waste. How can you tell what you're deleting? If you look on the top left there, you see the category and thing. On the bottom, you see that little red triangle with the exclamation point. That's telling me that I'm on a 9x11 block. So it's telling me I'm on the black block. Now it's telling me I'm on a 28x48. Yeah, 28x48 block. That's my base. If I hit X right now, it will delete my whole damn base. All right, I'm on a large bush. Now I can hit, well, triangle, I should say. Here's another thing, guys. It's not going to let you save your stuff right now because, see, save is locked out, because you don't have it named. So this is probably something I did that was very silly. I haven't saved my thing yet, so I'm just going to do like a GGGG, and now I can save it. Yeah, save GGG. Alright, now I can go back and not worry about losing it. If my game shut off, or my power went out, or the Rockstar servers are no longer available, anything like that, I don't lose my work. So we see our track, we have a 4-section, we have 4 clipping points out here designated out. Looks like it's going to be pretty high speed coming out of that one, high speed into that one, coming into some real tech stuff with maybe even some real big pileups down here with some passing potentials, and that's the only place you can pass is an inside, which is why this track was developed like that. The first thing we developed was this corner. Alright, so we got the parking lot, we got that, we got all the foliage. I mean, look at the foliage, we really kind of went overboard on it, but that's fine. I really do. I like that. I like it. Now we can do some things like props. Throwing a little fencing, why don't we? Why not? We know we got a few props left, and we don't have anything that we need anymore. We got everything set up. If you wanted to use these on maybe something a little bit, well, maybe we will do that. 139 out of 50. This is something, again, that you're going to be doing for people that come onto the track and are enjoying your track. This isn't for necessarily just for something you need to do. I'm going to raise this to a straight level. Okay, so one of our foliage has gotten away that we laid, no big problem. Again, look at where your little red triangle's at. Olive tree. Alright, let's delete the olive tree. Alright, I get backing on this just because it's going to look much better if I do. Alright, so we used a 2 wide, so that means we're going to use a 2 wide, something smaller, like that, on its pitch. Make our sides. Oh, that's almost a perfect dang size right out the box. Don't even have to do the advanced option. Very nice. This is very nice. Bent over in our section. Bam! Alright, turn prop stacking off, and now turn this to the color you would like it. Alright, so that's kind of fun. Add that top. Let's add a top to that like there too. Here we go. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Alright, so we're going to change it. That looks a little nicer, but then I feel like these should be red. So we literally have 5 props left. You know, you guys understand what this is, right? I hope you guys do. It's just a place you park your cars under. It can probably fit anywhere from one. It can fit a nice fat chunk of cars. Here's another big thing we have not been keeping into consideration. How do we start 30 people on this map? Now the game gets picky. It doesn't like allowing you to start 30 people on any map. So what we have to do is we have to spend a prop. We got to go over to elevator or the raised track. It's going to be the starting grid. This section doesn't have to be realistic. It's the track itself that we're looking for realism. So this one's actually going to take a second. Make sure you're holding that triangle or Y and then going in the direction you want, because it's going to take a while. But see how detailed that looks over there from afar? Is looking nice. Very nice. Looking nice. Putting this in is going to allow you to start 30 people in a row. You can just all start here, stance up anywhere between there. You got your place to go up on the track that we showed you earlier. Okay, so we got to place our trigger over here too. That's another thing. Trigger's going to be right there. It's got to be right next to your checkpoint. Oh, nice. It's going to allow it to happen. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go to props. We got to use another prop here. We got to use a block. Now we're going to pitch it. No, we're not. We're going to... Well, we're going to world heading it back into place, and then we're going to roll it. Roll it into place there. Just like that. We don't want greens. Let's pick black. There we go. So checkpoint. So you're starting down there. We're going to signal you over in this area. This is obviously where you go up. So we'll put one checkpoint there. We're going to put a checkpoint in here. And then we're going to checkpoint out the track. So here, do the whole outside of the track first. So now if I just keep going around in circles, it's really just going to make this a big cluster. So what I need to find out first off is, now that everything is delivered, we want this judge's checking point. So it's going to be over here. Alright. Problem is oh yeah, because the racers can deliver this checkpoint, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah, right back here. Because basically when the judges are standing there staring in this direction, it's going to be like, wrong way, the whole time. And if there's a checkpoint over here, it's not going to tell them that. It's going to tell them they're facing the right direction. And really they're watching that way, coming in here, coming around here, and they're only looking this way for a second, and they're going to look right back over that way. Now the racers, on the other hand, can just come right over this bump. They can deliver that checkpoint. They can come right back over the bump, or just go through the, I guess. Let's just delete part of this fence, because they're just going to go through it anyways. Make sure you delete the fence. Selected prop, long farm fence. Alright, so we're going to delete that. Now you can just come right back in here, bam, deliver that, and you're good to go. So now the racers, when they're lined up here, they don't want to be seeing a wrong way sign. So when they're facing this way, they're going to be coming in this way, drifting around. They're kind of heading in this general direction. So we're going to put a checkpoint right down here. This is the one that the racers will not deliver. They won't go to this one until they're done. It's essentially when they're done racing, they'll go to this one. So when they're lined up here, that one will not tell them that they're going the wrong way, because they'll be heading in the right direction. Now when they start heading this way, it'll say wrong way, but that's okay. They're not competing anymore. So we're at 0.58 of a mile. Let's just go back and Go right back out here and just kind of deliver a far away one. That's the final one. 70 it is. Lobby camera. It's going to make us take a lobby camera. It must be positioned close to the trigger. This one, don't really worry about it. We're just going to take a picture of this little house. Details. Photo on it. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to figure out where the heck we are on the map. And we're in the Sanchansky mountain range again. And this is actually where we built round one. So we can't use the map. We're going to actually call this one... so I think we're just actually going to make up our own name for this one, which is going to be kind of fun. So we're going to name it... Alright, so right now I would pretty much just be forcing to put them on there. There's no point in this. I'm just wasting time. So save it. Please, save it. Mabel Mountain, we saved it. If you don't save it and you try to go test it, sometimes it freezes. I almost wish it willed right now just to show you, but it'll just be like, bump. And it'll just sit there, and all of a sudden you have to reset your stuff and you're screwed. So you're not trying to drift this, you're really just going and driving through it. You have to deliver all your checkpoints. You have to show the game that you can actually complete the race that you created. Ooh, this feels a lot smaller than what I had envisioned it to be. See, so even I can make small mistakes. We're going to see how this thing reacts though. Yeah, I think we might have to switch up our track a little bit, but that's part of it. I mean, literally, that's why we're going to be going in and practicing it. This is where we're going to end up the video, though. We're just going to show you pretty much, we showed you how to lay everything. Now, if you want to go delete it, you just make sure you're deleting the right props and relay them in the right place. If something's too close or a clipping point is off, then just replace it. It's really not that difficult at all to make it into a final product. The first round I had to alter 3 times. This one I'll probably have to alter at least once. One other thing here, guys, after you do finish it, you need to hit save one more time. And if you want to publish it, that means everybody will be able to go on Social Club and play it on their own. If you do not publish it, it means it's your private track. No one can touch it. So right now, we're not going to be publishing this thing, but it will be published in the future. Keep your eyes peeled if you want to play on this track. Obviously, it's not done. As I said, I needed to make an alteration yet. And there's no worries at all on it. So this is going to do it for this video. It's going to show you how to lay these props. How the heck does Black Sheep make these tracks? He's modding. He does it on PC and he just mods. I'm like, whatever. All right, whatever you want to believe, that's fine. But this is going to show you guys, you realistic individuals out there that want to actually know how to do this. Here you go. Hope this helped. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like and comment and subscribe and sharing the videos if you're sharing the videos. Just totaled out this Audi. As always, guys, hope y'all stay happy, stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.